The Hangi is a traditional form of cooking for New Zealand Māori. Has similar connotations throughout the Pacific Islands, where a fire is lit and rocks are heated, and then the food is placed on top of these rocks and covered so that a steam oven is formed, and the food is cooked over around about 3.5 to 4 hours. Because of the size of the Hangi, we're going to burn the fire in one hole to heat the rocks and the irons, and then we're going to transfer that across to the main cooking hole that will hold the baskets of food. The fire itself will burn for around about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, to ensure that the stones and the irons are heated thoroughly. Then they'll be transferred from the ashes into a clean hole, and then the process will begin where the rocks will be covered with some greenery, normally watercress, puha, or in this case some cabbage, and that's to shield the meat from the intense heat of the rocks and the irons. Then we'll place the baskets of food onto the hot rocks. Then after that we will cover the food with some cloths to keep the dirt away, hopefully, and then we're going to put some tarpaulins over the top, and this will help to hold the heat down and to start generating the steam in the cooking process for the hangi. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll just introduce you to these two gentlemen here, Lewis and Michael. They're going to be running the hangi. They're going to take care of the hangi for us tonight, and they're just about to light the fire so we can get the irons heated up. That's the first process for the hangi, so I'll leave them to go with that.
He honore korea ki te atua. He mangorongo ki te whenua, he whakaro pai ki ngā tāngata katoa. Hanga e te atua, he ngā kauhou, ki roto ki tēnā o mātou. Mana ki tia tā mātou hangi, tā mātou umu, i tēnei rā. Mana ki hoki te ngahere o tāne mahuta. Ngā rākau nui, ngā rākau i roto i te waunui. Anō reira e te matua nui i te rangi. Hāpai tia mahana tā tātou hangi, tātou kai i roto i tēnei rangi. Anō reira e te pāpā. Kororia ki a koe, kororia ki tō ingoa tapu, i roto i tō tama, ai paraiti. Anō reira. A tuturu whakamaua kia tīna, haumi e, hui e, tāiki e. What I've just said is just it's just a traditional karakia or prayer, just that we're praying for the environment. We're praying that a prayer that our hangi will be looked after, will be taken care of, and that our food will cook nicely, and that also our native trees in this area will be protected, that there'll be no harm to them, and we're just acknowledging Tānei Mahuta, who is the guardian of the forest. He's the Māori guardian for the trees, the native trees of New Zealand, and so we're acknowledging him as well, that he protect all the native trees, and we're acknowledging the Supreme God to take care of our hangi here, and our just our whole preparation and getting it all ready. So yeah, that's what that's all about, that prayer, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that. soaking the sacks into the water. These will go on top of the food and on top of the bowl.
Alright, so we're just about to start breaking down the fire. If you can see the fire here in the centre there, it's several hundred degrees with the irons fairly glowing red, so we know that we're just about ready to go. In the main hole, which is where we're going to cook, we've had a fire in there to warm the earth up already. Some of the guys have already started to take the embers out. We don't want too many embers in there because that'll make your food a bit smoky, a bit acrid. So they're just starting to clean that out, remove some of those embers, ready to start dragging out some of these hot irons, and then we're going to put it into the hole over here. On this side you can see, is it what to pan across? You can see they've already started layering up the crates with the food in it, and we're just about ready to go now, so just watch the guys start to get a bit hot and sweaty as they move these hot pieces of iron. The guys are preparing themselves mentally for this task. Obviously they're just talking about how they're going to get the baskets into the hole. I mean, it's a fairly big hole. It's about 4 foot down now. So the worst part is, I guess, they're cooling themselves down, ready to attack the hot embers and the hot irons. So it'll be a fairly brisk sort of pace for the next quarter of an hour when they start to break down the fire, because they want to get in there very quickly and they want to get the food down on top of that quickly, so they're not losing too much energy, too much heat from the rocks. So as you can see behind me, they're busy chatting, getting the strategies together, and very shortly they'll start. So you can see the heat in those irons now as they've starting to lift them. You can see they're fairly glowing red. As I said, it'll be a fast and furious pace for the next quarter of an hour trying to get it out. If I had a temperature probe here, you'll be looking at about 700 degrees in the middle of that fire. They're just lining the side of the hole with sacks to stop any dirt from falling in on the side of the food. Protect the edge. There's our wet cabbage leaves now going into the fire on top of the irons. That's to help shield the initial heat burst from the red hot irons. You can see they're working at a fairly good pace. Once those leaves go on there with that water, it's already starting to generate the energy, starting to generate the steam. So this is why the guys have to work fairly quickly. If you look across, you'll see the size of the baskets coming in now. This is our beef and our pork. Purely because of the density of the meat, they need to be the first ones closest to the stone to make sure that they get cooked. You can see the guys have to get down on their hands and knees down into the hole. You can see how deep that is. First basket of 4. You can see the steam now starting to generate quite profusely. And again, they're the next densest items to go into the hole. Vegetables and stuffing. Of course, they don't take so long to cook, or don't need so much energy to cook. So they'll be the last 2 baskets to go on top. Now the wet sheets are going on top. That'll help protect it from any dirt going back down on top of the food, so they're the initial layer to go down. Create more steam again, but also to stop the cloths from burning, catching fire. The layers of cloth, and now we're putting some heavy Hessian sacks on that to hold down, start holding down the steam, as you can see, and they'll build up a layer on that. So with the advent of modern canvas, the next 3 to 4 hours. I shouldn't say plastic, I should just say canvas. Fantastic, thank you, gentlemen. So the Hangi's been down for 3.5 hours now, and the guys are just unearthing it. They're just clearing all the dirt away from the edges, get it nice and clean before they start to peel back the layers, so they don't get any of the soil going in and contaminating the meal. As you can see, as they're pulling back the layers, you can see the steam is now coming out of the ground, showing that the Hangi's been successful. There's still a lot of heat in there. The food is well cooked, and the aroma, you can smell the slightly smokiness of the food and the earthiness of the food, that damp earthiness.
Straight up. This way. Stay that side, right?
Put this inside, eh?
Is this one down, Bray?
One, two, three.
That one.
Put it to the dirt.
Ready?
Hold on.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
As you can see,
Put the colour on the outside. You can cover that if you want. 2, 1 up. Just let it slip in there, sit out. We'll put this last one on.
Put that cover on.
so through the magic of videography, this process has taken several hours today, and as you can see, the guys have just lifted it from the pit. It's now going away into the marquee where we're going to carve it up for you for dinner, and very shortly you'll be able to enjoy that. Thank you.